onto your belly. Making a pillow for the head with your hands, gently rock your hips a little side to side here. Coming back into center with your hips, press down through the hips, stretch long through the leg, knees facing the ground. Open your hands wider apart here, and then slide your elbows back so your elbows are close into your torso, but not lifting up off the ground. Then pressing down through the forearms here, pressing down through the hips. Inhale, lift up through the shoulders and the chest here. Exhale and lower back down. Inhale and lifting up. Exhale and lower down. Inhale and lift up, holding the lift here. If you want, you can bring your elbows underneath the shoulders. Press down through the forearms, feel the shoulders on the back, feel the chest lengthening forward. Breathe, nice full deep breaths here. And then go ahead, maybe hug your legs closer in towards each other. Press down strongly through the hips here. And with your next exhale, maybe bending the left knee. Inhale and straighten. Both hips anchoring down. Exhale and bend the left knee. Inhale and straighten. Exhale and bending the left knee, holding the left knee bent, pressing down through the hips, perhaps floating that right leg up, stretching back the right leg, breathing here. And then keep your hips nice and strong on the ground. Go ahead and straighten both legs again. And second side, exhale and bending the right knee. Inhale and straighten. Exhale and bend the right knee. Inhale and straighten. Exhale and bend the right knee, holding the right knee bent, both hips anchoring, maybe float that left foot up. Maybe not, breathing wherever you're at. And then exhale, go ahead and release, rest the head on the hands, gently rock your hips a little side to side. And then as you feel ready, if it works for you, you're gonna stretch the left arm forward out in front of you and come all the way over onto your side from here, lining yourself up. If another arm position would work better for your neck, you can play around with different arm positions here. Now coming through this nice straight line through the torso and bending your right knee and spinning the right knee up towards the sky, doing a tree pose on your side with your body in a nice straight line from here, maybe lifting the right hand up off the ground and just trying to balance on your side. Breathe. As you feel ready, you can lower the right hand back down to the ground, slide the right foot back behind the left leg, and then if you want, you can heel toe, heel toe, heel toe that right foot further to the left, pressing the right inner thigh back for the wall behind you and spinning that right knee skyward. Breathe. And then go ahead and bring that right foot back into right foot on side, the inner edge of the left leg, straighten the right leg and come back to your belly. Gently let your hips rock a little side to side. Second side. As you're ready, stretch the right arm maybe forward out in front of you. Coming all the way over onto your side, lining your body up in a nice straight line. Bending the left knee, spinning the left knee towards the sky, doing a tree pose on your side. Left foot's on the inside of your right leg. And if you want to, lift the left hand out to the sky here. Breathe, nice, full, deep, complete breaths. As you feel ready, lower the left hand down. Step the left foot back behind the right leg if you want a little deeper hip stretch, or you can keep it where it is. And then if you want to, you can heel toe, heel toe, heel toe that left foot even further to the right to intensify the stretch to the hip. You're pressing the left thigh to the knee in the direction that makes your knee point sky-east or skyward. This doesn't have to be perfect though. And then as you're ready, go ahead and bring that left foot back into a tree position. Slide the left leg straight and come back to your belly, gently rocking your hips a little side to side. Okay, and then coming back a little bit to the left side. So lean a little bit towards the left. Slide the right knee forward on your mat, maybe until it's level with your hip. And then if you want to, slowly turn the hips back to face the ground, but only as much as feels good for your hips. Breathe. Ardha Mandukasana, half of a frog. And then as you're ready, go ahead and lean your way back a little bit to that left side if you've turned your hips more towards the ground, and slide the right leg back. And then as you feel ready, second side. So you lean a little bit to the right side, slide the left knee forward, And again, letting your hips turn towards the ground, but only as much as feels comfortable for you. Breathing here. Nice full deep breaths. And then leaning your way back over to the right side and slide that left leg back. Coming to center, gently rocking your hips a little side to side here. And then as you're ready, easing your way back into a child's pose. Breathe. Nice full deep breath. If you want to, for this child's pose, since we did the first one with the arms forward, for this one, if you'd like, you can bring your hands towards your feet and let the shoulders relax off the back instead. With the hands forward, a lot of times we move the shoulders more on the back. With the hands back towards the feet, a lot of times we let the shoulders relax off the back. That's not necessarily a hard and fast rule. Breathing wherever feels comfortable for you. As you feel ready, you can come up to all fours, hands and knees. Inhale and stretch the spine nice and long. Exhale and round the back, look at your navel. Inhale, stretch the spine long, stretch the right leg back behind you if you want to. Exhale, right knee to the nose, rounding the back, hugging in. Inhale, stretch the spine long, stretch the right leg back behind you. Exhale, right knee to the nose, rounding the back, hugging in. Inhale, stretch the spine long, stretch the right leg back behind you. Exhale, we're gonna step the right foot just a little bit in front of the left knee, turning the right toes towards the right, and pressing the right thigh back here as we lengthen the spine out of the hips. Breathing here, nice, full, deep, complete breaths. And then also always feel free to pad up back knees here. As you feel ready from here, we're gonna heel toe, heel toe, heel toe. That right foot towards the right hand. You might even walk your right hand a little bit towards the left. Bring the right foot more forward. If you want to slide the left knee back to stretch out the back thigh a little bit more, you could do that too. Lengthen the spine out of the hips here and gently move the hips a little side to side. Breathe. And then coming into center with your hips here, keep the right thigh pressing to the right. Maybe walk your hands over to the left. I often also like to take my left foot and cross it back behind my right leg when I'm going, the hands are going to the left. And then if you want to, hands out in front of the shoulders and press the hips up, back away from you here. Breathing here, nice full deep breaths here. And then as you're ready, walk your hands back underneath the shoulders and walk your hands back over to the right foot, taking that left foot, if you cross it back behind the right, back to straight behind the knee. Right hand, you're gonna have to kind of lift up or move a little bit. Heel toe, heel toe, heel toe, that right foot towards the left hand. And you might figure out a place for this right hand. You might even put it on a block. With your left hand, grab the top of the right foot. That's where you video land, so you can just see what I'm doing. And just let the right knee, with the whole right foot staying on the ground, open a little bit towards the right. So the right knee's going to the right a little bit, but you're keeping the whole sole of the foot on the ground. Now, if you really want to here, keeping the inner edge of the right ankle stretching long, so you don't want to bend laterally the foot sideways, you can start to lift the inner edge of your right foot up a little bit, but you're extending out through that big toe mound like you're going to bring it back down to the ground and keeping a length through the inner edge of your ankle as you breathe here. And then go ahead and lift that right knee back up, heel toe, heel toe, heel toe. That right foot back over to the right in front of the left knee a little bit, pressing the right thigh back, lengthen the spine out of the hips here, breathe. And then go ahead and step that foot back to all fours. Inhale, stretch the spine long. Exhale, round the back, look at your navel. Inhale, stretch the spine long. Exhale, downward facing dog, lift the knees up, stretch the hips back. We will do the second side in a little bit. Inhale, forward, shoulders over the wrist, plank pose. So you might need to wiggle the feet back a little bit. Exhale, lower the knees, point your toes. Inhale, chest forward, shoulders back, hips forward and down, only as much as feels good for you. Exhale, hips back towards your feet. Inhale, chest forward, shoulders back, hips forward and down, only as much as feels good in your body. Exhale, hips back towards your feet. Inhale, chest forward, shoulders back, hips forward and down. Exhale, child's pose. And just notice how you feel having not done the second side quite yet, because now we are in a moment here. And then as you're ready, go ahead and come up to all fours, hands and knees. Exhale and round the back and look at your navel. Inhale, stretch the spine long, stretch the left leg back behind you. Exhale, left knee to the nose, rounding the back, hugging in. Inhale, stretch the spine long, stretch the left leg back behind you. Exhale, left knee to the nose, rounding the back, hugging in. Inhale, stretch the spine long, stretch the left leg back behind you. Exhale, the left foot a little bit in front of the right knee, turning the left toes toward the side and lengthening the spine out of the hips here. Breathe. Nice, full, deep breath as you feel that thigh pressing back and the spine lengthening forward. And then as you're ready, heel toe that left foot forward towards the left hand and towards the right a little bit. You might move the left hand a bit towards the right. You might slide the right knee back. You might pad up back knees. Lengthen the spine here. If it feels good, you can move the hips a little side to side here. Breathing here, nice, full, deep breaths. And then coming back into center with your hips, squaring the hips towards the front of the room. Left thigh still presses to the left a little bit. Hands maybe walk to the right. Maybe right foot crosses back behind the left foot. Maybe walk hands out in front of the shoulders. Maybe press hips up, back away from you here. Breathing here. Nice, full, deep, complete breaths. As you feel ready, go ahead and walk your hands back over to the left. You might have to take that right foot back behind the knee if you did movement. Lengthen the spine, leaning everything nice and long here. Maybe rocking the hips again a little side to side. And then as you feel ready, coming back into center, lifting the left hand up and maybe heel toeing that left foot towards the right hand. With the right hand holding onto the top of the left foot and maybe just letting that left knee go a bit more to the left, but keeping perhaps the entire foot on the ground. Breathing here. If you do want to lift the inner edge of the foot up, you want to make sure you don't start to laterally bend your ankle. This is me laterally bending my ankle. I want to keep extending through the big toe, even as I let that knee go further to the side. Breathe, big toe mound, wherever you're at. And this is moving towards a pigeon pose variation. You might kind of notice that with the angles of your body. And then as you're ready, go ahead and lift that knee back up. Heel toe, that left foot all the way over to just being a little in front of the right knee. Feel the thigh pressing back, feel the spine lengthening here, feel the breath flowing through you. And then as you're ready, go ahead and step that foot back and come into a child's pose. Breathing here, nice full deep breaths.